Dream Hair. Website. AdvancedHair.com. The sky has cool temps tonight, clearing a little cooler during the day tomorrow. Same on Friday before going up just a bit for the weekend. This report brought to you by Audible from the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center. Let's go places. It's slow in Pomona.
It's the eastbound side of the 10. That's where delays are loading up. The 57 freeway and that drive is sure tough. It stretches all the way into Calamasa. Now we've got Michael Ryan. He's teaming up with the Coast to Mesa, KMI in the sky.
And the 55 freeway. 55 going down, it's all jammed up here. The whole time. Pretty sticky all the way to the 91. Now, if you're heading towards the road on the 91, and the only one, 91 eastbound, that's jamming up here before here. Candy trucks as the Imperial Highway. First stretch at the Green River. Michael Ryan, KFI in the sky.
KMI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez. Home decorating, it's the new thing. I'm confident Century Mix Rustic Shack with a typical gallery wall and blue ashen wood. Nice. Free one-day delivery at home decor and millions of other items. Whatever you're into, it's on your way.
College hoops fans, it's tournament time. The thrill and excitement of March Mania is here. And you can get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps. New customers bet on any college basketball national tournament game and turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets. That's right. To celebrate college basketball's most frenzied time of the year, DraftKings is giving new customers a shot to rack up some bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code IHEART. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets only with DraftKings Sportsbook. With promo code IHEART. That's promo code IHEART. The crown is yours. Must be 21 or older. Indiana only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/bball. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Tanya here, and there are many ways that we can all help raise awareness around HIV, but maybe the most important is just talking about it openly and honestly. There's no cure for HIV, but there are effective treatments that, taking this prescribed, can help you live healthy with HIV and get to and stay undetectable, which means the amount of the virus is so low it can't be measured by lab tests. If you're living with HIV and not on treatment, talk to your doctor about treatment options. Learn more at treathivtoday.com. This message was sponsored by Gilead Sciences.
Auto show rebates now available. Beat the rush. Get the full selection of inventory at Brunswick Auto. Don't miss the Jeep Celebration event. Miss the 2024 Jeep Compass Latitude Lux 4x4. Blind spot monitoring, remote start, cross-path detection, heated seats, and steering for just $359 a month. Brunswick Auto Mart, online, made truly simple. 36 months, 1995. That speeds to its audio street. Deposit required 10,000 miles per year. Includes all incentives. Operates 331.
No matter what the day brings, count on Juicy Juice for the good stuff. Give kids the nutrients of real 100% fruit juice to help them conquer the day. Juicy Juice is only sweetened by the fruit and no sugar added. No high fructose corn syrup and no artificial sweeteners. Available in family-sized bottles and juice boxes. Find Juicy Juice at your favorite local grocery retailer. Get home at juicyjuice.com.
This is a radio ad for Dixon. Dupilumab, a prescription medicine for people 6 months old with moderate to severe eczema that is not well controlled with topical prescription therapies. But since this is radio, you can't see the effects of your eczema. You can't see how it helps you stay ahead of your eczema, or how it helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that could be causing eczema. You can't see how it helps heal your skin from within, but you can see how Dupixent can help you have clearer skin and less itch. Individual results may vary. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Get help right away if you have wheezing, trouble breathing, or swelling of your face, lips, mouth, tongue, or throat. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. See for yourself. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent. Visit Dupixent.com or call 1-844-DUPIXENT. As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives you access to all, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. iHeartMedia is your access It's Conway Show. All right, we're following some major stories here on KFI, and it should be your source of not only fun and information. The marathon running on Sunday, we sort of goof around here a lot, but there are some serious stories out there as well, and we stop everything for the serious stories. They're serious. That's how they get their cut. And there's that serious story coming out of Irvine at the FBI training facility. 15 people got injured. Serious story. And then there's another one coming out of St. Pete River. There was 2 shooting incidents, and that's also major. So we're following all of those, and again with the marathon running over the weekend on Sunday, and we're covering it.
To 200 plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. I mean, my friend is more of a quill pen and parchment guy, but even he can manage that. Plus, to find quality people, you really need to expand your search to any city or industry nationwide, and ZipRecruiter does that. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll in ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. Right. There's no juggling emails or calls to your office or turning away messengers on horseback. You can quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, Astonishing Legends listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/legends. That's ZipRecruiter.com/legends. One more time, to try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/legends.
This is Trish. Thank you for listening to Astonishing Legends. Let's get back to the show.
All right, we just want to cover a little more ground before we wrap up this first episode. One of the things we did want to talk about is who the count might have been. And the first place you go with this is the list that Isabel Cooper Oakley makes at the beginning of her book. She has a list, and it's the one you see repeated on every blog. Everybody who's ever doing anything about the count, they're like, all the people he might have been, they literally have lifted it word for word from her. I believe that these are the main theories at the time as she discovered them, as she was able to suss this out. Right. There's 6 of the main ones that she was able to come up with. Right, and this was as of 1912. Number 1, he is the son of the widow of Charles II, King of Spain, and a Madrid banker. 2, a Portuguese Jew. 3, an Alsatian Jew. 4, a tax gatherer in Rentondo. I don't even know what Rentondo is. I didn't even bother to look it up. 5, a natural son of the King of Portugal. 6, the third son of Franz Leopold, Prince Ragozzi of Transylvania. And then it also says his mother possibly could be the Duchess Violante Beatrice of Bavaria. That's not really part of the list. I think that's somewhere. I collected that. That was from you. Okay. Yeah, that was from me, but that is. I didn't make that up. I didn't make that up. That is another that's mentioned. So they don't really know who his mother was. In one anecdote, he did seem to carry a picture of her literally on his sleeve. Right, which he showed people of a young, beautiful woman, and they said that he got teary-eyed talking about her because I think that she gave him up. And then he also said he wandered the woods. Okay. So that will tie into the origin story. Okay. The first Ragozzi was Francis I. Yeah, right. That would be the grandfather. So he was born in 1645, Francis Ragozzi I. And he was a Hungarian aristocrat. He was elected Prince of Transylvania and the father of the Hungarian national hero, Francis Ragozzi II. I think maybe the Count's father. Because I think the important point here is that there are 2 generations of uprisings and suppressions by the Austrians. So in 1666, Francis married Jelena Zrinska, and she was a Croatian countess. And then Francis, the grandfather, who we're talking about here, joined the Vezeleñi conspiracy, the Zrinski-Frankopan conspiracy in Croatia. And one of the main leaders would be Francis's father-in-law, Petar Zrinski. And then what happened was Francis became kind of the de facto leader of this conspiracy, where he gathered the nobles up to try and rise up against the Austrian Habsburg rule in the area. Well, he learned that the father-in-law got captured, Petar. and then he gives himself up, and that's the squashing of the uprising. So Rakotsi learned that his father-in-law, Petar Zrinski, got captured by the Austrians. He laid down his arms and applied for mercy. All the other leaders of the uprising, the conspiracy, if you want to call it that, were executed for high treason. And Rakotsi, due to his mother's intervention and a ransom of 300,000 florins, several castles, was pardoned. So didn't go so well for him. Lost a lot of dough and some houses. Right. Okay, that's the grandfather, to be clear. His son was Francis II. Yes, who is thought to be the Count of Saint Germain's father. And really, again, that's the most common theory. Exactly. But we can present information later that makes that seem unlikely as well. But that's the one most people will say is that Francis II Rákóczi, who was also a Transylvanian prince, yes, and not a vampire, and a national hero of Hungary, and a national hero of Hungary, was the father of the Count of Saint Germain. Rákóczi II, though, went through pretty much, it was a Pete and repeat situation where he fomented an uprising as well. Yes. Yeah. Basically, this family for multiple generations is just trying to hang on to their land and keep it out of the hands of the Austrian Empire and the Catholic Church. Exactly. Well, good point. They want to rule themselves, as everyone does, by their own ethnic peoples. Yeah. And that's why he's considered a national hero, Francis II. They were very wealthy. They had lots of lands. He was the richest landlord in the Kingdom of Hungary at the time. So this leads a little into where did the Count maybe get a lot of his money? Right. He was not a poor beggar out looking to grift people. Although people thought that, there was really no proof that he actually swindled directly people who were complaining and he got thrown in jail for it. Right. Now, and this is where the Count theoretically comes in. Supposedly, the Count was born, we have a couple of dates for his birth, which some people, as we joked about earlier, will put a question mark. There are people that will say, Leonard Nimoy, for example, on In Search Of, will tell you that he was born in 1694. There's other ones that say it was 1691. I've seen 1712. Yes, 1712. And then there's another account we'll tell you about later that suggests the 1630s. But the most common ones are the late 1600s, early 1700s. And the 94 one seems to
What's up, you little slut?
Popular.
Caspian Sea, it's good to see you, baby. Long time no see. What's new with you?
His third son in 16.
Chilling, man. Trying to figure things out. Might be moving to Boise, Idaho, but we'll see.
I hear it's beautiful.
Yeah, I hear good things. Got a friend out there, so he was saying, oh, there's nothing going on in Vegas, huh? And I was like, yeah. I was like, the next best thing I had is I had a friend online tell me I could come hang out in Irvine for a little bit, but I don't want to try to ask all that. Where you been, man? You've not been on YouTube for a while.
What do you mean? I'm on 5 different YouTubes right now. You can see them live right now.
I didn't see you streaming anywhere.
Yeah, so I changed all my accounts though, and here's why.
Okay.
Here's why. I normally would stream on a certain number of accounts, but then I like to archive them because if I ever do anything that requires me getting banned, I don't lose all the footage. I just lose up to a certain point. And I have it on redundant streams. As you see, it's live on 5 different YouTube streams right now.
Yeah. Okay. Usually it pops up at the top of my subscribe. I think I'm only subscribed to 3 of them.
I understand. So here's what I'm going to do for you. Just because you're such a pimp, I'm going to send you a link that'll send you all the live ones all the time. You just got to go to that link and it shows you all of them all the time. So just one moment. Did you buy into this coin?
Yeah, no worry.
We hit all-time highs recently.
I would have if I had a couple dollars to.
That's right. I forgot.
Do anything with it at the moment.
That's right. I understand.
Yeah, nothing.
Word Mockingbird.
No,
Say no more.
Definitely.
All right. So I'm sending this to you.
I mean, everything is going.
I'm gonna put it.
With the coin, for sure.
Dude, definitely. I'm gonna put it in the chart in the chat right now. So just go to the chat in 3, 2, 1. Check out the chat, and it's right above Freddie Mercury.
All right. Right up front, Freddie Mercury. There he is. Click. All right. Gotcha.
So if you can follow all 5 of those accounts.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, and then that one link, you can always find where I'm online. And the good thing is, if I ever use a different account, it'll always show up there.
Oh, okay, cool. What's new, man? Where you been staying lately?
I got an Airbnb for the time being, and it's got better internet. So what I've been doing is really upgrading how I've been streaming. So as you see, I've got 5 concurrent streams on YouTube, but I also have them on. Now, one moment. I'm going to read you a list, okay? And this list is a very long list of other platforms on which I'm streaming, and I bet you've never heard of most of them. So just one moment. Here we go. The streams on which I'm currently streaming. Well, firstly, there's this new one, Sanko, and it's a cool one because I've been streaming on there since yesterday continuously. I'm going to see how long I can do it. So I've been going like 30 hours on that one, and I'm on the top of their trending page. Okay, aside from that though, I'm on 5 different Rumbles, 5 different YouTubes, 5 different Twitches, 5 different X's, 5 different caffeines, 5 different No Lives, 5 different joystick TVs, 5 different Trovos, 5 different Nemos, 5 different FC2s, 5 different UNOWs, 5 different Arena.TVs, 5 different Lazenders, 5 different D-Lives, 5 different Instagrams, 5 different Africa.TVs, 5 different Kicks, 5 different Vault Commanders, 5 different Locos, 5 different Nico TVs, 5 different Vaughn Lives, 1 different ePlay, 5 different Breakers TV, 5 different Conduits, and I want to say I'm also live on another one called Locals, if you've ever heard of that. So I'm sure you've not heard of most of those, but a lot of them are like Asian or like Chinese, South Korea, Vietnam, Japan. So I'm really getting like a lot of movement in the Far East. And so on top of that, I got this new system. It's called Rumble. Have you heard of Rumble? So Rumble has
I know Rumble.
Okay, great. Rumble has a really nice system that allows you to plug in. I don't know how many it is. Maybe it's unlimited, but like as I just read you, I read to you like maybe 25 different platforms, and I know I'm live on other ones. I just don't know them right now. I mean, I'm live on so many platforms that I don't even know them all. My first day of in this Airbnb,
That's amazing.
they said to me, "You went through a month's worth of data in one day," and I said, "They're like." And
I was gonna say you must be getting like a month per day if you've got 5 per platform.
Exactly.
You know, that's
Even before that, it was like
platform.
a huge amount, and also it's a lot of energy. It's 3 times the amount of a normal person energy-wise. So I was able to negotiate with the Airbnb to get unlimited internet, and the internet's been good and really good. So I'm live on all of these, getting out the word, and so I've been, and then additionally, so I just read you a whole bunch of stuff, but then additionally on just 2 random phones, I'm live on Instagram, another 2 Instagram videos, and then I'm also hosting a Twitter space, but not just any Twitter space, Caspian Sea. Did you know that Twitter Spaces now offer video functionality for the host on iOS?
I did hear about that, yeah.
So I'm hosting a video space right now. Basically, it's just more data than anyone's uploaded to the internet in global history. Um, and so, like, couple issues with it. I can't always see what people are saying because the chats, like on so many different platforms, yeah, the videos going out to that many platforms, but I only see the chat on a few different platforms. So a lot of times, or I'll see the chat delayed. So a lot of times it'll be like, oh, I didn't even know this person wanted to talk. So what I've done is try to get people into the Telegram, and that's worked pretty well. Just moving people in Telegram. So if you go,
I've got a program I'm going to send to you. There's a guy I did a podcast with a friend a while back, and this is before I even heard of you. What I did is I was streaming on 3 or 4 platforms at once. It was Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and I think maybe DLive at the same time.
wow,
And there's an app. This guy, Steve Seguin. I don't know if you've heard of. It used to be called OBS Ninja.
yeah,
But yeah,
I've
so
used
if
it.
you know OBS Ninja, the guy who created OBS Ninja, he also has a
OBS Studio?
chat aggregator, basically. So you have to take some time, plug in each one.
Oh, tight.
So if you have 5 different YouTube chats,
Yeah,
but it's. Let me see if I can find that.
yeah, please do. That'd be very helpful. Dude, that'd be a game changer. Because then I'd be able to.
I had this hilarious idea about trying to get some traction on my own live stream by pretending to challenge you and as a joke, like, you know what? If this guy has streamed more than anyone, I was like, I'm 2 years late, but I'm gonna beat him in a year, and then just as a joke.
Go for it.
It popped in my mind like yesterday, but then now you're telling me you're uploading a month a day, so it's like, nah, you preempted anyone trying to challenge you. You've already won, I think.
Well, perhaps. I've done it longer than anyone has archived, and I've done it not just on one stream, which is what most people have done, but on at any given time 5 streams. And usually, on average, I'm averaging like 13 different streams. So, I mean, right now, I've really kicked it up because I have more consistent internet. So it's now, it's over 100 different accounts and 33 different platforms. I've had some of the platforms just straight up email me and they say, you are too much for us. Our platform was not made for you. Basically, we are small. We are small, and you have already put so much data on our just in one day. I've had 2 of them do that, and then some of the. So I also, in addition to the ones that I just said, I additionally applied for OnlyFans, Strip Chat, Chatterbait, some adult ones, and I'm just going to stream my normal life and probably get thrown off them because I don't listen to people what they want me to do. But I just am doing everything I can to get my name out there. And I guess it sort of works. I just typed in Rabbi Rothschild. I was always having this issue with my SEO. There's a very famous Rabbi Rothschild from Atlanta, Georgia, who was a civil rights leader along with Martin Luther King Jr. And he's always at the top of, and then I have the Rothschild family from Europe with which I compete as well. But now if you type into Google, just like Rabbi Rothschild, you'll see at the top of Google videos, the video result, there'll be 3, there's one with Jacob Rothschild and 2 with the other Rabbi Rothschild, and then all of mine. So basically, I was able to break through finally into SEO into Google just recently, and the platform that allowed me to do that was Caffeine. If you know the platform Caffeine, so it's like a gaming platform. But you know how, or maybe you don't, but Google ranks things based on what they feel the importance of a web of a website is. So they apparently think that caffeine's pretty good, and because I just jumped everybody, like literally, it's kind of hard to find my
Some of
stuff,
those names.
and it just
I
boom,
don't
boom,
know
boom,
if
boom,
you
boom,
got
boom, boom.
it.
So now,
Yeah.
if you type it in, the first of the
I just
first,
sent you through Telegram.
excellent. I'm gonna check it out right now. Do you know which account you sent it?
Rabbi Michael Rothschild.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate that. And I'm good. Oh, I see it. Social stream. Thank you.
There you go. Got it. Yeah, absolutely. So this right here, and if you go to what's it called? His Discord. This is like 2 years ago when I was running my podcast. I actually reached out to him for some help through videos for one of the programs he wrote, and it's all free. I mean, you know, obviously,
bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/bball. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Hey, it's Junior. Today, Black folks in our community are still disproportionately affected by HIV. But there is something we can do about it. There's no cure for HIV, but there are effective
as like my hub, where I would run everything through his Video Ninja. So I would have my co-host dial in. I created a call line, like, hey, if you want to call in to the show, scan the code or click the link, and it would be, you know, they'd go into a waiting room and I could select. I never had anyone call in, so that was a little disappointing, but you know.
Well, that's really cool.
It's actually one of the most ingenious programs that I've found. And the guy who created, Steve Seguin, he's very active on his Discord for, you know, it for him. And what you...
Oh, I'll go and talk to him. Is he in his Discord often?
You know what I mean? Like, you would be testing the limits.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to test the limits right now.
You know what I mean? Like, you're a prime example of what it can be.
Absolutely.
I think, you know what I mean? So,
you're right.
He'll respond to you. I had a good chat with him before, and he's actually really, really great guy. If you, I don't know if you run through OBS or if you do.
Yeah, I do.
I can't remember what it's called.
I use OBS.
Through OBS, yeah. You can find.
There's also Streamlabs and Restream and all that other stuff.
Streamlabs, yeah. So what I did is, if you pay for Restream, if you're paying for Restream, you might. And I remember you were telling me that you're more than tech savvy, and so you.
Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Sky Risen. Risen Enough Risen, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Take a little bit of the. It might take a little bit of the pressure off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
If you're bottlenecking in any one place, he is absolutely, and he creates content as well. Most of the content he creates is, you know, how to use his programs. I mean, the man is an absolute hero of mine. If it weren't for some of his programs, it helped me learn to code a little bit better. I haven't used it in a while. Like
life gets in the way if you let it, and I did let it. But definitely, this guy Steve Segman is. I mean, he's brilliant. He's brilliant, and he gives it away. He gives it away. You know, just hey, if you find a bug, let me know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so definite.
Okay, so I've downloaded the zip. Can you see I've downloaded the zip? Okay.
Yeah,
Now
see
what?
that.
Now I've unzipped it. What do I do now?
And then from wherever you unzip it, you'll just go. You'll go into your Google. This one runs through Chrome. So if you go to your Chrome extensions,
Okay.
and go to the Downloads tab, Chrome extensions through Chrome, and then you have to turn on, I think, developer mode so that you can put non-Google approved apps.
So this is a Chrome extension, or is it a program?
It kind of runs like an I don't know. I mean, it's an extension, but it doesn't live on the cloud. It lives on your system. But I mean, as an aggregator, you can actually, you can put anyone's chat in there. You can aggregate the chats of other people. I mean, obviously that's not what it's intended for. But if you're mixing all of them into one, then I think it would just be you deciding which of your devices you're going to be watching all of your chats through. The other good thing too is the social stream. You're able to post it through OBS and you can have it so every.
Residence Inn or
Yes, well, it wasn't Residence Inn, but it was one of those things where you can have like a kitchen unit, there's a refrigerator, stove, and a sink, and all that stuff. And it was right over the refrigerator, the mini fridge. And so I said to the young lady at the counter downstairs in the lobby, I said, hey, I think there's a camera in our room. And she said, oh yeah, there's a camera in every room. We keep an eye on the refrigerator to see if people are taking things and not paying for them. Like little vodkas and cokes and stuff.
So when you're in Chrome and when you go to extensions,
what people do is they print the vodka and then they fill with water.
click the little puzzle piece, click Manage Extensions. It's going to be right next to the nav bar.
Developer mode.
Right, you're going to go to Developer mode.
Okay.
And then you're going to Load and Unpack.
Excellent.
Yep, load Unpacked, and then find where you saved it onto the computer.
Done.
And then
It says extension loaded.
And then
No, I got it. It's good.
There you go.
Wow.
Boom, baby.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
You're amazing.
it's not automatic. You're gonna have to go. I don't remember exactly how, but let me see if I can find his YouTube.
Settings related to social stream extensions. Session channel ID. A unique session channel ID. Keep this private. Okay. A password to encrypt. Okay.
All right, so that's that. So yeah, we go ahead and this is the video
So I'm pretty excited to announce the official launch of Project Overlord.
So stream. This is the video where he's actually. Usually he will walk you right through it, and I think this is the video that I just sent back in that same chat. That if you click that, he'll walk through. You may have to go into that file again and then post. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while, but that is, truly like the most powerful resource for someone like you, I think, who is streaming on so many platforms that, I can't believe I didn't think to tell you sooner, because it wasn't until you just said that you're not even able to keep up on all of them. I'm like, wait a minute, I know exactly what will help you with that.
You're the man. Well, thank you. So I'm watching this video now from Sean. Is it Sean? Or Steve? Steve, yeah, sorry. Steve Seguin. And so it says how to install
Steve Seguin.
Social Stream Chat Ninja extension. It's loading. There he is.
And I'm going to quickly just walk through how to install, update, and use Social Stream quickly as possible. So let's jump right in. We need to go to socialstream.ninja to get the extension. There's a link right at the top for download all the code. Chrome browser, but we're focused in this case on Chrome. So when we download it, we get a zip file, and we can extract it. The extension is not available in Chrome Web Store. So we extracted the folder.
I imagine it'll be very time involved to actually input all of the data, and you'll have to update it every time you start a new live stream. I know that much. So it's not going to link to your channels. You'll have to link to the live chat that every new live chat that you're able to open up in a what they call an iframe. You know what I mean?
I got you. So it's a huge pain in the ass. It'll be like every single time I have to do it 33 different times. Right?
I didn't hear you say.
Every time I'll have to do it like 33 different times.
Yeah, every time you load a new stream, you'll have to update that list.
Right. That's okay. I'll get the biggest ones, and then the other ones I won't mind. But just getting the biggest ones would be great.
Yeah,
we need to enable that in our browser, and this makes it available.
The easiest ones are obviously going to be the ones that you don't turn off, but definitely our most active responders I ever come across.
Exactly.
I was able to really look at folder. He was definitely very informative and helpful as well. Steve Seguin, I mean, I don't know if the man sleeps. He's dedicated to his community and making sure that people understand how to use the program. So if you ever need to reach out to him, his Discord is
phenomenal.
He's active.
That will now be right now the extension. It's going to say error, but these aren't errors, these are just warnings. We can just ignore them. Down the road, I'll probably have to release Social Stream as a downloadable standalone app instead of Chrome extension. But for now,
Plus, if there's an earthquake, I'm running. I'm a runner. All I have to do is run faster than my wife and my daughter to get to the house.
You slept in your shoes in the Northridge
After the Northridge quake, that's a true story, Dahlia. Great memory.
that's not necessary. So Social Stream is now installed. To make it accessible, we need to click on this little puzzle icon, and we need to just make sure that Social Stream is pinned so it's visible. Then we click on it and we can enable it. By default, it'll probably be off, but we can turn it on, and now it's active and available. So that we're all set up and ready to go. I'll show you how we can use it. Let's go to my Twitch page. Go to the chat, and here's the chat. And we want to capture this. If we go back to social streams, the repo, we see all the sites that are supported. Twitch, YouTube, da. Next to each one, there's a hint on how to make use of it. So for Twitch, we need to pop out the chat. This way you can visit other Twitch sites. You're not going to automatically capture the chat from other Twitch channels. It will only capture chat from the sites you pop the chat out for. So in this case, we're going to go down here, and we're going to say pop the chat. So now that I popped their chat, I actually don't even need my Twitch channel open, but we'll do that now. If I type a message, so hey everyone, in this video I'm going to quickly just walk through how to install, update, and use. Nothing happens, we need to then do the next step. We need to open up our dashboard. This is the main page for social stream. This is where all the messages come. It's where they all consolidate. So I can then say hello, and the message will go here. This is the test. I can do emojis.
Paul Alexander contracted polio at 6 years old. He started using the iron lung, a cylinder that encased his body to force air into and out of his lungs in the 1940s. Alexander still graduated college, went on to earn a law degree in 1984. He gained millions of views on social media where he documented his life later in his later years, and a longtime friend says Alexander was one of the bright stars of this world. Alexander died Monday. He was 78. Today is Ken Day. Yeah, March 13th honors Barbie's charming companion. Mattel created the day in honor of Ken Carson, who introduced the doll at a toy fair in 1961. People can honor Ken by playing with their Ken dolls, throwing a party at their Mojo, Dojo, Casa houses, watching Greta Gerwig's Barbie on Max, or checking out Ryan Gosling's energetic performance of I'm Just Ken. That's Sunday's Exodus. Let's take a look at the 5 freeway. Next.
Morongo! Oh, what a great thing. Morongo. And Hollywood medium Tyler Henry will be there live April 13th. Get your tickets now. Grab a snack at Morongo's new app. Get 10% off dining at all their signature restaurants when you show them your Morongo app. St. Patty's Day, this Sunday, you get a freebie. You get a lucky bottle opener with your rewards card on 17th. And also, Morongo is giving away $500 cash for 2 VIPs every half hour Fridays. That's the day after tomorrow from 7 to 11 p.m. during their...
It supports BTTV, so Twitch should have that.
Slot room giveaway. And again, you ever want to find Bellio at a casino, man? High limit slot room. Woo-wee! That's your bag, man. Lucky gift giveaway. We got a handy set of kitchen tools. When you earn 500 points on your rewards card on the 19th. Morongo Casino Resort. It's the best casino resort in the South. It's good times.
Mostly clear and cool on air. Temperatures above 40 degrees. Clear and a little cooler tomorrow. We'll see this thing Friday and a little warmer. Get through the weekend. 59 in Newport Beach. 63 in Diamond Bar. There's a crash in Elysian Park.
This is on the 5, heading southbound before Stadium Way. The left lane is plugged up. Delays are backing up all the way from Los Feliz Boulevard. Also, let's check out that 5 and beyond the crash. It remains slow all the way to the 605 freeway. The 605 in northbound slows from the 105 all the way to the 10. In Pasadena, 210 eastbound, it's improving. But at
it's still pretty heavy leaving the 134 freeway. Then you've got delays into Arcadia all the way to Azusa. Hey, that volume in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
College hoops fans, it's tournament time. The thrill and excitement of March Mania is here, and you can get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps. New customers bet on any college basketball national tournament game and turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets. That's right. To celebrate college basketball's most frenzied time of the year, DraftKings is giving new customers a shot to rack up some bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code IHEART. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets only with DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code IHEART. That's promo code IHEART. The crown is yours. Must be 21 or older. Indiana only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/bball. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Tanya here, and there are many ways that we can all help raise awareness around HIV, but maybe the most important is just talking about it openly and honestly. There's no cure for HIV, but there are effective treatments that, taken as prescribed, can help you live healthy with HIV and get to and stay undetectable, which means the amount of the virus is so low it can't be measured by lab tests. If you're living with HIV and not on treatment, talk to your doctor about treatment options. Learn more at treathivtoday.com. This message was sponsored by Gilead Sciences.
No matter what the day brings, count on Juicy Juice for the good stuff. Give kids the nutrients of real 100% fruit juice to help them conquer the day. Juicy Juice is only sweetened by the fruit, with no sugar added, no high fructose corn syrup, and no artificial sweeteners. Available in family-sized bottles and juice boxes. Find Juicy Juice at your favorite local grocery retailer. Info at juicyjuice.com.
Auto show rebates now available. Beat the rush. Get the full selection of inventory at Brunswick Auto. Don't miss the Jeep celebration event. This is 2024 Jeep Compass Latitude Lux 4x4 with blind spot monitoring, remote start, cross-pack detection, heated seats, and steering for just $359 a month. Brunswick Auto Mart, far behind, with truly simple. 36 months after 95 dollars fees to its selling most security deposit required 10,000 miles per year includes all incentives after expiry 30/24.
Two big stories working on the training facility, FBI training facility in Irvine. An explosion went off, and 15 members of the Orange County Sheriff's Department SWAT team were injured. None of them life-threatening. That is great news. And then we had a double shooting in San Pedro. So, any more details coming up? We will have that for you. All right, I get a lot of email on one of our big sponsors here, which is Revive Real Estate, great company. And I don't know how to answer all the questions they asked me, so I said, hey, can Michael Aladawi, who is one of the owners of the company, can he please come on and answer these questions? And then I can go back to the program. And he's with us. Michael, how are you, sir? Good, Jim. How are you? Oh, I'm doing excellent, man. I appreciate you coming on. Hey, we get a lot of email asking what Revive Real Estate is. I know you're a sponsor, and I know I should be calling you directly and hooking you up, but I want to do it on the air because there are so many people that are asking about how this works and how they can sell their home with you and make tons of money.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, as you know, Revive simply is trying to help homeowners not leave money on the table when they're selling their homes. And oftentimes, when people are selling their homes, they got some things they got to fix up. Sometimes they have time to fix those, take care of those things that need immediate cash. So, Revive's got a program. So, if someone's trying to sell their home, they call Revive, find out if their home qualifies, whether they need some things fixed or they don't have to pay for it until the home sells, or maybe they just want instant cash and they just sell that home to Revive. Then Revive fixes it up, resells it, and they participate in
You guys put in $200,000 to renovate it and sells one for $1.4 million. The people who own the house get the additional $200,000.
That's right. Yeah, essentially, there's one of two ways we can make our money. If we buy the house, then we do charge a 6% fee for basically helping you flip your own home, making that a process turnkey. If we don't buy your house and we're just helping you, fix up your house and you're not making any payments until your home sells, then yes, that's a free program, and we make our money through, our contractor network, where we charge them for being on the platform and getting services provided to them by the way.
And it's great because, if anyone has ever tried to renovate their own home, it can turn into a huge disaster. When you hire people and you not have any experience with them, they can really, take you to the bank or take you to school. In your case, you have experience with all the people who are coming in to do the renovation.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I was trying to accomplish when I started was I was trying to...
It'll be pretty involved to get all of your chats aggregated because you have a lot, but once you've got them all there, it's going to be impressive.
I see that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I kind of think that if you were to show how much people interact with you on like YouTube, people would watch to see what else is being said. People will watch for the conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I'm going to do my best to get them all together. There's like a secret to each platform that you have to read.
For each and every stream. So for 5 YouTube streams, that would be 5 different.
Right. It's a huge pain in the ass, but I'm going to try it.
Such a high quality company that you're totally comfortable and your mom or your brother or your sister using. I think that's a great company.
Yeah, I think what I think we were having a conversation and I said, look, we're not trying to automate home renovations. We're looking for the average everyday person like my mom that knows nothing about maximizing the value of her home, where she can feel comfortable, tapping into a turnkey renovation system with the capital and feel really good.
Michael, I rarely say this on the air, but I'm exactly like your mom.
You don't want to deal with factors.
I don't know anything about it, buddy. I don't know, but I know that you guys can handle it. I appreciate coming on. And if anybody wants to get a hold of Revive, go to the website, kfirevive.com, kfirevive.com. Michael, I really appreciate it. And we'll again, keep this great company around. It really is terrific. We get a lot of great email from this company, kfirevive.com. 2 big stories we're working on here. In Irvine, the FBI facility, the training facility in Irvine, is spreading the 15 people were injured. They're all from the SWAT team of the Orange County Sheriff's Department. So keep an eye on that. No fatal injuries, nothing life-threatening, which is great news. And then a double shooting out in San Pedro. And any more information on that, you'll hear it first right here on KFI. But now, more news with
Delphino break-in. Officers stopped a party about this morning for acting suspicious while it's about Venmo shopping baskets were found in the car. A high wind watch has been issued in the South Bank. Santa Ana winds expected until Friday, with the strongest winds tomorrow. Hardest hit areas are in the Inland Empire, San Bernardino, and Riverside County Mountains. And a businessman in Silicon Valley is gathering signatures for a ballot proposal requiring high schoolers to take a financial literacy class and graduate. Students would need to read a pay stub, use a checking account, and use credit cards on a full day. The Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center on a day basis. Those are not seeing it.
Rolled everyone off to the right shoulder, according to the highway patrol. The drive is a big mess. You're backing up all the way from the 55 freeway. Then on the 90 went eastbound, just past 57, it looks like. And another wreck here. According to the highway patrol,
they say that they're blocking the 3 left lanes as well. A separate incident, and that's messing up the drive, getting away from just about State College, so it's really tough out there. If you're staying on that 91 eastbound, it's slow moving all the way to Anaheim Hills to Green River. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
College hoops fans, it's tournament time. The thrill and excitement of March Mania is here, and you can get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps. New customers bet on any college basketball national tournament game and turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets. That's right. To celebrate college basketball's most frenzied time of the year, DraftKings is giving new customers a shot to rack up some bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code IHEART. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets only with DraftKings Sportsbook. With promo code IHEART. That's promo code IHEART. The crown is yours. Must be 21 or older. Indiana only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/bball. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. This is a radio ad for Dupixent. Dupilumab, a prescription medicine for people 6 months and under with moderate to severe eczema that is not well controlled with topical prescription therapies. But since this is radio, you can't see the effects of Dupixent. You can't see how it helps you stay ahead of your eczema, or how it helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that could be causing eczema. You can't see how it helps heal your skin from within, but you can see how Dupixent can help you have clearer skin and less itch. Individual results may vary. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Get help right away if you have wheezing, trouble breathing, or swelling of your face, lips, mouth, tongue, throat. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. See for yourself. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent. Visit Dupixent.com or call 1-844-DUPIXENT. Get your own comfort while your home's backed by industry-leading lights for living expert solutions at Great Lakes Heating and Air Conditioning. Special savings opportunities and federal tax credits are available. So call 574-287-5046 or visit us online at greatlakesheating-ac.com/people.
Hey, it's Junior. Today, Black folks in our community are still disproportionately affected by HIV. But there is something we can do about it. There's no cure for HIV, but there are effective treatments that, taken as prescribed, can help you live healthy with HIV and get to and stay undetectable, which means the amount of virus is so low it can't be measured by lab tests. If you're living with HIV and not on treatment, talk to your doctor about treatment options. Learn more at treathivtoday.com. This message was sponsored by Gilead Sciences.
Simply starting is what matters most. That's why with Peloton Bikes, you get thousands of classes, so you can find the one that will get you going.
My name is Junior. Welcome to your low-impact drive.
With instructors that take the guesswork out of working out.
I'm here for you every step of the way.
And Peloton Entertainment, so you can watch your favorite channels and live sports as you ride. Get started on the Peloton Bike or Bike Plus rental at onepeloton.com/bike/rentals. Terms apply.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives you access to all. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. iHeartMedia is your access company. Go to iHeartResults.com for more. Crypto scams. Someone you don't know says, I have a way to get you rich overnight. If it is so foolproof, why do I need to cut you a check or invest in some website? Oh, Kelly, it's so hypocrite. Why do you need my money? Live 7 to 10 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM Support Conway Show. You might be heard of all day. We've been working on some pretty major stories here. The shooting that happened in San Pedro, a double shooting in San Pedro. And then the explosion that happened at the Irvine FBI training facility with the Orange County Sheriff's SWAT Department. 15 people were injured, and they've all sought treatment and no life-threatening injuries.
Yeah, buddy.
Which is fantastic. That is great. All right, KFI AM 640 wants to send you to
This thing works really well.
From Save the Day Happy at Avengers Campus.
It's a powerful resource. resource. I don't know how else to phrase it, honestly. I mean, it is, you know, you can kick everything. I mean, the best part is the resource, you know, the actual file that's in there, it'll, you know, the folder names are all the other live streaming services that you might not be on yet. So
Right, that's what I'm looking at right now.
letting you know where to go.
Exactly.
And this one right here, Video Ninja. This was my world. This is basically one of the ways I started teaching myself how to learn HTML. Because when you start learning how to use this to the fullest extent, and he has a beta version that he runs as well that has tons more, so much. You see all that? Like it's seamless.
It absolutely is so smooth.
Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Kaczynski has the story. Good morning, George. This is both shoplifting and organized retail theft.
Does he have a room search?
This morning, most anyone who wants Taco Bell in Oakland needs to use a drive-thru.
No, you have to know the name. That way it's basically always private. But
That's what I thought.
that being said, if you know somebody is using the program, that's the other reason why when you start it, you'll see that if you want to send out a link to somebody, he has like an anonymizer. You know, it's like a link shortener, but it changes it. So instead of saying, "Oh, wait, you're invited to the video, you know, / viral rabbi," it would be, you know, just a string of numbers, like an encrypted link. You're able to encrypt the link. There you go. That's what I was looking for. So that way, you know, someone's gonna have to be pretty fucking savvy to figure out what you named it, or they're gonna want to troll you that bad to look up what you're using. You know what I mean? So, but I don't think that you have that kind of you have that kind of eyes on you. You know what I mean?
I wish. That'd be a good problem to have.
I watch a lot of locale stuff, a lot of stuff about people who stream themselves online. They are people who need not put themselves in the public eye, and yet probably, you know, they post, you know, but they're online for nefarious reasons, or they're just that much of a shit show to watch. I find you fascinating. I've seen it. I heard about you because of. I found you because of Music Biz Marty.
Oh, cool.
So chat with Music Biz Marty once. Yeah, that's how I found you. But I'm not like one of the gang of trolls that looks for people to harass.
Right, that seems like his deal.
I had some fun fucking with Cyrex a little bit. You know?
Right.
I mean, I had some fun harassing him on his Rumble accounts before, but he's a bad. Is beautiful compared to the person he is.
Wow.
Because it felt like not even being a jerk to someone, you know? He
Yeah.
could say something like, "Oh, I'm a good person." Like, what about that blind boy you raped in high school? You know?
Right.
But again, even when I was watching Music Biz Marty, and he found you because he's looking for other people to
trolled.
You know, he doesn't want to just fuck around and you know, be a jerk to Cyrax. He wants to troll and be entertaining as a troll to as many people online. And so, you know, he had said, I don't know if there's really anything here when he was talking about you. Like,
Right.
He was like, I don't really think there's anything I can make fun of this guy for.
That's wonderful. That's the highest compliment you can give me.
I mean, I couldn't think of anything how to phrase to right now. That is maybe one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Is Marty looking for someone else to fuck with? He finds you. He interacts with you. He brought you all these people. And at the end of it, he's just like, I don't know. I don't think there's really anything here.
That's right. I love it. I won.
I mean, this man, he's a genius when it comes to what he does. And, you know, he spent an hour just like he was trying to find something. You know, how can I get under the viral rabbi's skin? And he just, you know, he brought you views. And he was like, this guy's just exactly what he's trying himself to be.
That's right.
Nothing for me to fuck with.
You're 100% right, Caspian C.
And then after that, I was like, you know, I have Jewish heritage as well. I was fascinated, and so, you know, I started looking at it just because I'm getting back training as well. But as of right now, living situation is not ideal. Internet connection, not at all what I need, because I don't know. I don't know if you're interested, but I'll send you a link to my podcast.
Yeah, send it to me.
It was in 2022.
I'll listen to it.
It was me and my buddy. We were watching it, and yeah, we went over a lot of esoteric stuff. And let me see.
All you need to do is put sand back and widen those beaches. Once you have a 200-foot beach in front of those tracks again, you don't have this problem with the landslides and the erosion.
CTA says the wall will help protect the tracks long term, but there are several areas that are vulnerable in need of emergency repairs now.
So yeah, that was. When I talked to my friend, we talked about maybe getting it back up. You know, oh hey, look, I got 19 subscribers now. I've got 7 more subscribers than I did 2 years ago when I was doing the show.
All right, I'm gonna start listening to it now. Which one should I listen to?
Yeah, we were going over
How many do you have? 1, 2?
They're all standalone episodes. You know, if you look.
Are they all really short?
I think we have.
Are they
all about 2 hours long? So an hour to 2 hours. Let me see. Home.
Why does it only show me ones that are like 2 minutes long? Can you hear?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hang on a second.
Oh, you have to go to live.
Click on live.
You have to go to live. Okay.
That's so. Yeah, once you go to live. The only 2 episodes I took off were the ones where I had my ex-wife on, and so she has film accolades, and she's worked in film, and during the divorce, I didn't want her to try to come after anything that I produced.
I understand.
Because I was a producer for some of her films as well, so she had a. You know, I didn't want her to think that she could incorporate anything that I had done, because both of us, she and I are, you know, when we were together, you know, mixed it up together with witchcraft and these esoteric things. So there's an episode about witchcraft. There's 2 witchcraft episodes that are gone. But yeah, I mean,
That's okay. I'm gonna listen to them right now. We're starting off with aliens and intros.
What's that?
I'm starting off with it right now. Episode 1, aliens and intros.
Very cool, man. I hope you. So yeah, obviously I'm the white guy.
All right.
But my co-host, he's been one of my close friends. The first couple of episodes we had some friends on and stuff, and so 2 we actually did the Mandela Effect episode. If you know anything about the Mandela Effect, a lot of people want to claim that the CERN hadron, collider,
Large Hadron Collider, sure.
when they turned it on the first time, that's what created the multiverse. Some people were trying to say. So our episode 2, we actually, and I didn't realize it. I made mention of it in episode 3, but I was like, I can't believe we didn't mention it. The second time ever that CERN flipped the switch, the second time that they used the Hadron Collider to search for the God particle, 2 hours later, we did an episode on the Mandela Effect and we talked about CERN being there. So it was really kind of interesting that it lined up that way. We didn't get a whole lot of traction, as you can see. Really, I think the most we ever got was like 20, 30 views.
That's pretty good. 20 at once is big.
Say, 20 at once is big, yeah. At one time, I think we might have had 5 people watching. But I ended up sending an episode, and I posted an episode to a link to try to get some people to come watch it. And so one episode 11, has a lot more views. I don't know if that's because of me actually putting up an ad somewhere so people watched it. There's probably not a lot of time on there. But yeah, if I can get some things going, I definitely would like to start producing, another show.
Very cool.
And by using Video Ninja, and you can see, the chat aggregator is on there as well, but at least on the second episode it starts, I'm not sure yet. But that QR code, if you were to have scanned it, it would take you to the scan to call. I think it says that there, so. Yeah, and we just kind of talked about all sorts of different things, and I took down the 2 episodes that had my wife. One episode was me and my co-host, and my wife came on for a bit to talk about witchcraft because it was part of her college degree. She was studying witchcraft for her final film school. She actually went to Romania and filmed some witches, some Romanian witches. I was supposed to go with her, but her school booked her over on the budget, and so we ended up not being able to go together, unfortunately. But now it is what it is. She's gone.
It is what it is.
I had her co-host with me, and it was like the first sign that things were going wrong in our marriage because she just tried to completely co-opt it and talk about, religious views and everything. She was talking about because she's Islamic, she's Islam, Lebanese. I don't want to call her Muslim because, the literal translation is pacified, and the only thing passive about her was her aggression.
tell you about this anywhere else, but I'll tell you the truth here on Lakewood.
Besides that, though,
You see me talk about it.
you know,
Spectrum News SoCal. It is my time. I'll be a regular contributor with them every single week. I'm going to get off the air here at 7 to 7. They get on there on TV and talk about this and other items. But let me give you a brief preview. Today in the House, it was passed bipartisan support. This ban, air quotes, against TikTok. Bipartisan, 352 to 65. What do you think?
with Video Ninja, I think that you can save on bandwidth as well because you can stream all through HTML. They have a video encoder and an RTSP restreamer. So it may not be in the simple video, but through the video, there's links to get to the more complicated version of it. I'm telling you, this guy Steve Seguin, I follow him. He you know, I use Mensch a lot. I actually just called my buddy a Mensch when he said, "I wish I could help you out, man." I was like, "Yeah, that makes you a Mensch." I usually say that so
hey guys,
people ask me.
so I'm pretty excited.
In terms of data inventory, is as large, or if not larger, than ByteDance. Just file that away. I'll come back to it. Now you have today.
Hey guys, so
TikTok. This is what it does, and this is what it does not do. It does not ban you from using it on your phone. It does not.
If you use OBS, I do know of another streamer who has some phenomenal advice as far as different programs you can use. A lot of it would be, interacting with chat, or if you're on Twitch, a lot of it's Twitch related. So have people, they pay and it pops up, or if you wanted to, have a different kind of what's it called? If you were producing something that had a lot of visual effects and stuff, free programs for VFX and blah blah blah. But if you're ever doing a shilling the coin or anything, to be able to have pop-ups
Right.
that are visualized to the viewer, not just to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a lot of production effort, but wish I was making some money, man. I would definitely try to be your producer. You got a backlog of content.
Larger than any person on earth, perhaps.
I'm trying to. I definitely miss producing. It's fun, but life gets in the way when you got no money.
I agree with that.
But possibly, if I can go to Boise, I might be moving to Boise. Ultimately, I want to move to Palm Springs. But if I can get a job in Boise, I got a place to stay up there for a while, then that basically makes me that much closer to Palm Springs, which is hour and a half away from you.
Wants to stop ByteDance from just creating another TikTok-esque app and calling it Top Tick or something like that. It's not to say that. There's nothing precluding them from doing that. When you see a story saying TikTok ban, know what it is and what it is not. It doesn't ban anything. It just means it'll be a little bit more difficult to find. You got a smartphone, look at your smartphone right now. If you know anything about it, go into the settings and you can make it
There's a couple of the episodes in here that got split up because YouTube was fucking up and not doing it properly.
I know how
Facebook
that
was
can
the
be.
absolute worst to stream on. I made a hard decision when I go back to streaming. There's not really any purpose. I find no value in live streaming on Facebook. You know, I'm not on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook. I deleted it. I can't even tell you 5 to 10 years ago. I was like, I'm over it, you know. And so, you know, I didn't have any friends through Facebook at all to send links to watch there, and their live streaming, no, is absolute malarkey. I don't know a fouler word that can sum it up as well as just, you know, meta is malarkey.
But if you want to talk about how TikTok is a danger to national security or a scourge or somehow misappropriating, misusing our data, and you don't know that every company does that, or if you don't know that every company which is
yeah, again, if you ever run into any issues, he updates Social Stream a lot. He updates all of his programs a lot. So if you follow him, you'll know when bug fixes come out. If you're on Discord, you can send a message. Just go, hey, ask Steve. Hey, I got a question, and he'll private message you. Hey, what's going on? What can I help you with? You know, super down to earth, very, very helpful.
Definitely, that's really cool.
Yeah. And then yeah, if you like my podcast, let me know, because I can use any encouragement to start it back up.
Absolutely, we're gonna listen to it right now. Here we go. This is episode 1, Aliens and Intros. Just a moment, I'm gonna get it so I can hear it better. And if it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. I listen to these things 24/7. Is it on YouTube? Yeah, it's on YouTube. I mean, is it on Spotify?
No.
Okay, no big deal.
It's on YouTube. It's on Twitch.
Okay, I'll get it on YouTube.
And actually,
Dog, you're gonna hear it so fucking loud. You're gonna feel like it's in your soul. So just hold on one moment. Let me get that link you sent me.
As long as you can hear it. I was there.
I don't care. You're gonna hear it again. This is known as the 9 Midnight Podcast.
I know, I'm fucking with you.
Here we go. Dude, this is going to be the resurgence of your podcast.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the people here. That's right. We get a resurgence. I'll have my co-host. We'll start it right back up.
What's his name?
You know, Elgin. Hey, my favorite thing.
Elgin.
His ex-wife and the kids, they moved to, I can't remember, they moved to Memphis or Kentucky, one of those two. But that's not my favorite part, because he misses his kids. You know, they still come out a lot. And, you know, they're getting older anyway. But his wife's new husband, his wife's new husband, or his wife's boyfriend, whoever, you know, the man in her life. I guess she walks into the room and she sees her kids and her new man, and at first she thinks, oh nice, they're all bonding, they're watching something, and she looks on the screen and they're watching our show. So her his ex-wife, her new husband is a fan.
That's tight. That's really tight.
That's so funny.
And it's
like
pretty
that's
cool of
fucking
him.
right.
And it's pretty cool of him to be like, I can put that behind me, and if it's interesting, and it's their dad.
It's
So
their dad, exactly.
I think that guy's really cool.
Honestly,
That guy's really
it's a
cool.
great thing for the guy.
I thought you were gonna say he was abusing the kids, or they were watching porn or something. They were watching their dad's podcast. It's wonderful.
Oh, oh yeah, no, it is wonderful. It's very G-rated. It's a very good thing.
Yeah.
It's just it's ironic. It's ironic. It made me laugh a lot. To hear that.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's like,
This might be a way that his kids can hear him more often, especially if they're older now.
exactly, and he's very close. Yeah, and he's close with his kids. He's very close with his kids. The funny thing is more that his wife can't even move across the fucking country. Now she has to look at his face on the TV when they watch and rewatch our episodes.
Right. All right, here we go. Episode 1, Aliens and Intros. This is the 9 Midnight podcast. This was the first part of it, and it'll have a second incarnation once we're through them all and we convince Elgin and Caspian Sea to get it going again. So it says starting soon, so it'll be quiet for a little bit. What's the hardest thing about being a podcaster? What's the easiest thing?
Yeah, absolutely. The hardest thing is coming up with content in a fresh way, I think. We started at the same time as a guy, AJ Gentile. He started the White Files. We started maybe around the same time. He has very similar content matter, and I'm going to be 100% honest. His show blows us out of the water. I'm a huge fucking fan of the White Files. The guy's a banger. And he's got a whole production team. He's got a lot more experience when it comes to film than I do. And I have a couple IMDb credits from when I was working in Hollywood, for sure. He's got a lot of them. So, he brings a very professional I fully admit, in my opinion, I think that my show looks like someone starting out and trying, but and it never was stopped except my wife left me, and then I moved, and then I decided to spend the entire year of 2023 instead of doing useful with my wife. I got myself Greek and Latin.
Wow.
And then Hebrew for math, because I was trying to perform Solomonic magic, and then my life fell apart. Go figure. Anyway. But, if you have an aptitude or an interest in the esoteric and occult, found out. Now I'm a beggar. But, the hardest thing is coming up with content in a fresh way, because there's nothing new out there. There's nothing new. I'm not going to be able to talk about, California in a way that someone else hasn't. It really comes down to, is my take, is my perspective on a situation interesting. The easiest part for me was I was talking about subject matter that I'm very familiar with. I'm a fan of UFOs. I studied Bigfoot a lot, so I'm a Bigfoot. So,
Can you hear yourself?
episodes that we did actually were about the reincarnation episode we did. I found that to be my most favorite. You know, I think that if someone's trying to make content that they don't actually like, they don't actually care about it, that's going to come through. You know what I mean? I'm actually a fan of the subject matter that we spoke about. So that was the easiest part for me.
I gotcha. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, enjoy it.
All right, here we go. Aliens and intro.
No, I don't. That's all right. Let me see. All right. I'll go silent and let you listen as well.
Well, I'm trying.
Hope you enjoy.
I'm trying.
Is this restream? Is it restreaming through YouTube as well?
It's well, it's just on a phone right now, but I'm wondering why it's not louder. Just one moment.
The one thing I do want to mention that's really nice that you can call in, tell us your stories, tell us everything that you heard of, or write into us, shoot us a DM on all our social platforms. We have all of them: Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, every single one of them. So hit us up on direct message or the QR code. We'll post that on all the socials, and you'll be able to send us a message. Let us know when you want to come on. We'll sit and chat with you. We're skeptics and believers of everything. That's the best part of this podcast is I'm a skeptic who thinks that what everything you're saying has to be real. I'm that kind of a person. So I give it a little bit of the doubt.
All right, that's not working as well as I wanted to, so I'm going to watch it on a computer. Just one moment.
It's not all of one thing or all of the other thing. I think that this should be measured in its rollout. I think it should be measured in its growth and the scope in which it offers rides to people in a certain area. I am not against that. I just have a feeling that this would be a real growing pain process to all of this, to be absolutely serious. I understand what you're saying. There was an absolute growing process, and they're still growing. I know we talk about the subway all the time, but the growing process, the things that they are actually trying to do here in Los Angeles to answer a lot of the questions that you always pose to Metro, like why much really is, and they are trying to roll these things out from the beginning. Before we were all stuck on the bus praying for a damn train here, we finally got a train, and now we're going through those same growing pains of not only expanding the route to places we can get, but also increasing the security. I know we ride hard on Metro, and a lot of things that they announce publicly, they seem silly.
Is having a podcast expensive?
Not when we're using all three programs. The plan was to start making money and then invest in ourselves. But, we got through 20 to 23 episodes maybe with, basically just the cost of the internet, my time, you know what I mean? Factoring in time as money. That's really it.
So you didn't have to pay for hosting or like studio or anything?
I ran it all out of the house, yeah. Which definitely explains why the sound quality could be better.
No, you're okay.
My next step is going to be paying to get it uploaded as a podcast.
So do you have to pay to be on Spotify?
to, but I was going to pay. I was going to go through like RSS.com. So I think that RSS is, or XML files that automatically send. I think it's best valuable, so I went to RSS.com. I see they updated their everything to be, letting you know. Basically, they were hosting. They would have ended up hosting as well. There would have been another host that would have automatically do, the $14 a month or $120 per year, whatever. They would have got us on to all the podcasts.
So for like $120 a year, they'll do all your distribution.
Yeah, I feel bad. I really wish I could have kept it up. Technically, no. Yeah, but there's upscaling. It's not just that, it's audio upscaling. They also help find sponsors for you, right? So, if we would have got one sponsor, that would have paid for the whole year, right? So it's like, what are you paying for, really? Except someone to help bring in marketing. RSS.com. I thought that was our next step. That was our next step, and then I let my own life get in the way. But
it happens.
Yeah.
Just because you do know that the pedestrian has a right of way if that pedestrian is in the crosswalk or traveling from corner to corner. Right. Yeah. I get that. And when you look deeper to that story, what happened is the Waymo was trying to go around the car. They stopped suddenly. It stopped suddenly, and someone came out unexpectedly in between two cars, as if this person would have been hit. That's isn't that what traffic is like? Things happen unexpectedly. Things happen unexpectedly when people are driving, right? Okay, then so this is the same. If a person is driving a car and can hit grandma and drag her and turn her into a street trainer, then a Waymo should be the same. Why are you biased against a Waymo that hurt more than a person? I'm sorry, it's me, crayon. And I think a human driver is probably more adept at this point from what we see with the technology than Waymo. Waymo at this point has not successfully navigated all situations with codes. It's got to be foolproof before I get that, but you all have not cited any major Waymo accidents besides the one. While there are thousands of accidents, it might die for me to have concern. I have to. Yeah, grandma was fine. She got up and stripped that wipe that. Did you see her knees? Did you see the scabs? The same. All of it just willing to throw grandma into a metaphorical volcano in the name of progress, and I'm not ready for this. What is he doing? It's around the block. It's the whole thing. Like, do you see the meme on social media? But did you die? That's all they care about. If you didn't die, it doesn't count. It doesn't. My goodness, this lady with Bob Kelly, KFI AMC's for Real Life everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Let's go to Orange County and see what they're doing about criminals and crime and whether they'll allow this scourge of Waymo to come out there. Scourge, no Waymo. Now to Mark Ron, KFI 25. 16 Orange County Sheriff's SWAT members have been injured in an explosion at an FBI training center.
In this form, I don't know.
They were on the podcast.
But
Yeah.
in